call it being a diva, but when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Sooners offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They believe they can run right here. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Sooners!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got a better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Coming out with it, it's Singletary. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Auburn Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Catch in the middle, it's snow. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Second down coming up. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Spins away from the defender. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Got him downfield. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this year.
Turning it on. Picks up the first down. Still on his feet. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Finds his man. It's Dalton.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Looking to throw on third. Caught near the sticks. It's Dalton. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He breaks a tackle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's complete. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And the Sooners come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Now on first down from the 43. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The lone back's got it. Ripping through the defense. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Sooners have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I am impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Auburn lines up quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Handoff to the single back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to get rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Wide receiver going in motion. Caught near the sticks. It's Burns. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Singletary. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They booted away on fourth down. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quick completion on the out route. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. He wants to start this drive with a pass. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great play by the defense. They're getting to the quarterback, knocking it loose, and falling on the fumble. And now they're giving it right back to their own offense right at the goal line.
Touchdown Sooners! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just...
Oh, he's got some space. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking deep. He's got it! And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Grabbed behind the line. It's Snow. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Auburn! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got a man. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Murphy. Nice move, creates some space. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Floating away. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer.
Wide open spaces. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown Sooner! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The give to the tailback. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Scanning the field, it's Coffee. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on first down. Boom. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll go to the air on second and short. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Looking downfield, it's Coffee. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wants to throw, it's Coffee. And they're not on the same page there.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over UAB. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Coffee. Under fire. It's incomplete. That also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Swings it out to the flat. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his man down the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. Uncorks one. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Pass interference.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. Got his man. Hard-hitting tackle.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. From the red zone, looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, talking to the coaches coming to the game, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating.